What's up guys, it's Obase, and before we get into this video I just want to take a second to let you guys know that I do have a supporter creator code, O-space. Use it in the item shop if you do want to support me, and like always, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Like the video, and if you do need help you can always comment down below, and like always the map code will be in the description or in the comments. But let's just get into this tutorial. Before you actually start game, I do advise you waiting 20 seconds at least before actually starting game, because the map does glitch out, and it did for me, but that's a problem for later on. Anyways, once you start game you will find yourself here. You can use this timer here by just jumping on the jump pad, launch pad, whatever you want to call it, and the timer will set off. But you want to come to this checkpoint and you want to have a little run up to the window and try to make it through. It might take some tries, but you just want to go to the checkpoint and try to run and jump through the window again. Anyways, once you're here, you want to follow this path. You want to land on here, turn back, and then jump on here. Now this part here might be difficult, but there is a ledge around that corner you want to jump on. And then when you're here, you want to make your way through the window and try to land here. Don't land down there, obviously. There are traps here, so you do want to try to dodge them. If you do fail, you just have to do it again. And this one here, just try to fall down as close to that wall. There is a Fortnite coin here. I will be showing all the Fortnite coins on this map if you do, for whatever reason, want to collect them. But level 2 is here after dodging those traps, and you will need to actually jump because you won't make it onto the tree if you don't. And if you do hit that ledge there, you might not be able to make it either. But anyways, once you land on the tree, you just want to jump towards the boxes down there and crouch through the windows and make your way onto this vending machine. Now once you're here, you just want to jump onto the other vending machine and carry on doing so, because there are traps above, and if you do jump too high you will die, or if you do land on something which is like a high place, you do also die. Anyways, once you're here, you can collect that Fortnite coin and make your way onto here. But if you don't want to collect the Fortnite coin, there is an easier method. If you come to this middle one here and you dodge that trap up there, you can just use a bouncer to fall down here. But once you're here, you just want to jump onto these boxes, try avoiding the traps. But this one you need to sort of dodge the trap and make your way onto here. This one you just need to run around the corner, jump, and it might take a few tries, but make sure you still have the speed boost, because you can't make those jumps without having the speed boost. I can't speak. Anyways, this one's fairly simple. This is just I think it's more of the easier one, to be honest, but you just want to follow my path. And there is a Fortnite coin around the corner there, but I don't show it in the game. You could just run across and grab that Fortnite coin if you want. But once you're here, you just want to jump on this tiny little rock and then jump onto the bigger rock and then onto the tree trunks or whatever, and then onto the log. But be careful with all these jumps, because if you do hit the water, you do die. There are death barriers. But once you're here on level 4, you want to turn around again, follow my path. There is a Fortnite coin, but I don't show how to get it. It should be fairly simple. You should be able to just collect it. It's actually on top of that container. You just want to jump from box to box and then on top of that container. But then you want to go back to the path I'm taking to get onto the next level. Once you're here, this can be pretty difficult. I don't actually do it in my first try, but the trick is, as soon as you hit the speed boost, you want to click X so you gain even more height, like so. But once you're here, you can either jump on this log and walk onto the platform, or you can do my method and just jump, which I for some reason find easier. These jumps are pretty easy. You don't want to over jump, obviously, so don't run and jump, and some of these you might under jump, so sometimes you just want to time it right. But these should be easy, and you should find yourself to level 5 in no time. The only difficult part about level 4 is that speed boost. But once you're here, you can actually collect this Fortnite coin. Don't go too far, so you just want to go towards it, but don't want to go too far in case you do fall off. But once you're on level 5, you want to grab that checkpoint, and if you aren't any good at traps, you can always use spawn protection just to avoid the traps. And then once you're here, you can use 3 methods. One is just staying on the left, or the right even, and using this method. You do want to hit that bouncer, but the method I use, and it's the easiest method there, is the one where you avoid the avoid using the ice trap by either hitting that or that part of the wall. If you do hit the middle, that is the third method, but it does slow you down and it's much easier than the previous method. But this is the easiest method. You just want to wait for your ice traps to break and land here, jump on the jump pad, and everything else should be easy. Just want to make your way onto this platform here where there is a bouncer, and you want to try to land in between the traps because they don't really go off, and if you do land in the middle you might die. There is another Fortnite coin here, and anyways, for level 6 you want to follow my path, and for this truck jump you want to try to land on the tire. I do find it easier when you land on the tire instead of landing on the actual truck. Anyways, there is an ice trap here and you want to make your way back to the clock. There is a Fortnite coin under there, you can grab it. But once you're here onto the bush, you want to jump last second so you get the furthest distance, and once you're here and you know you landed, you just want to hold back onto the controller, otherwise you will fall off the sign. Anyways, once you're here, you want to jump up onto the light post or whatever and make your way here. This last jump here can be pretty difficult, but you just want to like sort of angle it, I suppose. Anyways, for level 7 you do want to dodge that trap. Once again, if you hate dodging traps, there is a much simpler solution. Spawn protection does help you a lot with this map, so you do want to use spawn protection. You can just use spawn protection, but if you do want to dodge the traps, you're gonna have to like go to the very edge of the boxes and then go back, and you should be able to dodge them. Shouldn't be a problem, to be honest. And then once again, just follow my path. This tree can sometimes block you from going onto the street light or whatever you want to call it. I've genuinely forgotten the name. Anyways, just follow my path, jump on these logs, and you want to come up here. There is another Fortnite coin. Once again, I will show you how to get this one, but you want to come here, open the door, dodge this trap, then open the door, but make sure it's facing the outside or whatever, because if you do die, it's probably a lot easier instead of having to dodge the trap all the time. Anyways, you could grab that Fortnite coin and make your way onto this ice trap. Then once you hit the ice trap, you want to jump up here. I do find it easiest when the ice traps start to break, so as soon as you start seeing it breaking, you just want to make your way onto the speed boost down below. And when you do hit the speed boost and that first platform, you do need to jump, so you do need to click X, otherwise you won't be able to make it onto the second speed boost. But once you're here, you just want to make these simple jumps. Don't mess up, otherwise you will die and you're gonna have to do that entire thing again. But once you're on level 8, you just want to make your way back here and jump on these little bouncing thingies. I have no clue what you call it, to be honest. And you do want to jump on this one again and make your way here. There is a pipe which you have to go along, and then you're gonna have to run and jump onto this platform. You do want to dodge that trap, so as soon as you dodge that trap, you can jump out and then make your way on top of the house. And once you're here, you want to come on to this, I'm not entirely sure what you call it, but you want to jump on the very front of it so it hits you that way. Once you're here, you want to come up here just so you can get the height and distance to make it onto level 9. So I do advise going up here because it's pretty difficult if you don't. Anyways, once you're on level 9, you can come here onto the tire and grab that Fortnite coin. But you do want to follow the path I'm taking. There's no other way on how to on completing level 9. I do it a bit fast, so you guys, if I were you, you know, I take my time. I don't look back for some reason on that. But once you're here, anyways, you want to hit that bouncer and try to hit the tire so you can land on this truck. And as soon as you land on that truck, you come to this area here. You want to dodge this trap and then jump on here, run and jump so you can make it onto this platform. It's pretty difficult to see, but once you're here, you're gonna hit the bouncer and make sure you hit it on the very side, so the side you're on, and then come down here. Level 10 is just up ahead, so don't fail these jumps. It shouldn't really be too hard, but if you do fail those jumps, you're gonna have to start all over again. But for level 10, you do want to make it onto the container right there, and you just want to follow the path I take. Once again, this can be difficult, I suppose, but try to land onto the I don't know what you call these. Anyways, you want to land on the bouncer below, so just jump and hit the bouncer, And for this, you just want to walk on it, but once you do hit it, you do need to land on a ledge. But for whatever reason, my recording did stop, and I started recording again once I landed on the ledge. So once you do land on the ledge, you want to make your way onto these other ledges and try to jump around it. That jump is pretty difficult, so it did take me some time, and just follow this path and you should make your way onto this platform here. But once you're here, you can do an easy jump. It shouldn't be too hard, but this jump here can be difficult. You just want to jump around the thingy and you should find yourself here. But once you're here, you want to jump onto this other ledge and make your way down there. The trap won't kill you unless actually I don't think it will kill you unless you actually miss the hole. But once you're here, you want to jump on this box and just land on this little ledge here. It's pretty difficult, but once you get it, it should be easy. Once again, you just want to walk on this one, but for some reason there is a trap down there, if you can see. So you want to also hold back just so you don't hit that trap above, and then you just want to run onto the next checkpoint. Now once you're here, obviously on checkpoint 11, you do want to dodge the trap again on the floor, and then dodge the trap above there, and then open the door so it's facing towards the checkpoint. If you do die, don't worry about it. Spawn protection will protect you from that trap again, so you don't need to worry about it. These jumps can be hard, so I do advise jumping last second, and then that trap, just land on the edge and then go a bit back. But once you're here, you just want to jump towards this. The angle's really hard, but you want to jump at last second towards this little triangle thing. I don't know what you call it. There should be a Fortnite coin there, but I did die and the recording stopped again. Anyways, once you're here, there is that ice trap there. You want to hit that ice trap and then land on the speed boost. And then once you're on that ramp, not on the car, but once you're on the ramp, you do want to jump onto the bouncer. So you just want to click X so it gains height, and then you land on the bouncer. But for level 12, my thing was a bit glitchy. So on your thingy, there should be a thing there. I don't know what you call it, but there should be a little triangle thing which you can get above. But for some reason, mine just glitched out. It just wasn't showing. Anyways, there is another Fortnite coin up there on top of the door. Just jump there and then collect it. And then once you're here, you want to open this door here. If you die, that's perfectly fine, because there is an easier way of doing this level here. Once again, if you do die, you just want to make your way back here. But this time, you don't want to go through there. You want to jump on top of that door there, the door you just opened, and then jump on top of this platform here. Once you're here, you want to jump and open the door and try to get through. Once again, if you don't get through, don't worry about it. You can always just come back and do it. Anyways, once you're here, there is traps there, so try to land as far as possible from the traps. You want to dodge that trap and then come down here. Now once you're here, you want to open this door. Once again, my thing was a bit glitched out, so there should be triangle things here which you should be able to land on, but for some reason it wasn't appearing. But you should just land on this triangle thing and then come down here. You don't want to take that bouncer above. You just want to come down there, and it shouldn't really be too much of a problem. You want to jump on top of this door and then this one here, and this is the last part for this entire map. So you just want to jump through this door and then make your way onto the... I'll just show you. So you jump on that launch pad and then make your way above into that window. For some reason my game was just glitched out, so it was going to take too long for me to actually get through that window. Anyways, hopefully you did enjoy this tutorial and it did help. Once again, please do subscribe, use my creator code O-space, and hopefully I see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm pretty sure I said that before. See ya.